doing mechanical technology. Okay. Where are the ladies? Stand, I want to see you. No one is standing. Okay, and electrical technology. Okay, and the ladies, where are they? Stand, I want to see you. What's happening? And civil, the bills are paid. Ladies in civil, just two. Okay, three. I see. Yeah. So if I may ask, what are you going to study next year? Can you say what you're going to study? Yes. Yes. What are you going to study? Let's not make a noise, guys. Engineers don't make a noise, eh? No. Behave like engineers. Come on. Yes. What are you going to study? Why are you laughing? Don't laugh at this camera. Yeah. What are you going to study? Engineering. Which one? Okay, yes. Sorry? Structural engineering. You don't think Sorry? Great. Civil technology. Where are the other guys? But anyway, just to make sure, are we all going to study engineering? Yes? Okay, anyway, I think we can start. Kodani Sadrayo, and if you, just by the look, what do you think I do as my profession? Nice. So I am Kodani. Yes. I am Kodani Sadrayo, originally from Limpopo, and I've got two beautiful sons. Okay guys, can I talk? Okay, so I have two beautiful sons, and then I'm married. I work I'm a quality engineer at one of the biggest automotive in South Africa. Not in South Africa, globally. So I am an engineer and I studied mechanical engineering. Looking at you guys as engineers, I look at you as my fellow engineers. I believe you're all going to study engineering. That's why you're at a technical high school, right? Yes. So the reason why I also mentioned that I have two beautiful boys is for the ladies who think, you know, excuse me? Okay, So it's for the ladies who think that they cannot be able to become an engineer, or back then we were looked at as we belong in the kitchen, but things have changed. The team that I manage only has men, so there is a big gap in ladies. So ladies, I know you are studying engineering now, and mostly when we go to university, you usually don't pursue engineering. Do not be scared, do pursue it. It is a good field, and as you can see the way I'm dressed, you can't tell that I'm an engineer, because the perception about engineers is that we, you use your hands, but I work in an office space, and I don't do any manual labor, and I can also work from home. So in order for you to become an engineer and also choosing your engineering degree, firstly, you need to understand who you are as an individual. It is very hard to choose the right course for ourselves when we're still in high school, because we are more influenced by people around us. And also, you need to focus on the bigger picture. The reason why you came to a technical school and you are now doing grade 12, it means that you really love engineering, and that's a good way to start your engineering journey, because when you move from high school to varsity, you are going to continue with your journey. You are not going to start in a world where it is not familiar. So with that background, you must use it to your advantage. So you must always have a bigger picture why you started, and also set a purpose, understand where you want to be as just you as an individual, not the person next to you. Do not be a follower. Usually when we are choosing careers, we look at the friend next to me, what are you going to study? And say mechanical engineering. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to study as well, So looking at just yourself as an individual, you must know who you are. It will help you to choose a good career for your future. Remember, you guys are the future generation, so never underestimate that. You guys can change the future. Surround yourself with positive people. If you are surrounded by negative people, it will disturb in terms of choosing a career that is good for you. People that are negative would tell you that engineering is hard. That's what you hear. Yes, engineering is hard, but being hard does not mean that you cannot do it. The most exciting feeling of achieving something that people think that you can't do. I mean, achieving something that people think that you can't do it is very exciting. So if you focus on help you achieve what you want as an individual, and that can also help you pass. I feel like we often struggle with passing because we also don't understand who we are. We focus more on the negative that surrounds us, the bullying. And remember, the people that bully you, they have low self-esteem. And if you know who you are and the purpose that you are brought in life for, you will, like the bullies will not get to you. Never allow your past to define your future. Do not allow your past do not be a victim of your past. People make a lot of excuses. People who allow their past to define them, there's always a reason why they can't do something. Like maths, for an example. Oh, I can't pass maths because everyone from my family was not good at maths. No, you're not everyone. You are yourself. So that's why it's important that you know who you are. And looking at maybe people were bullying you that you are not good. If you start today and define what you want in life and who you are, studying who you are as a person, loving yourself, that will block all the obstacles. Your tongue is your radar. You know, if you keep saying that I'm not good, I'm not good, I'm not good, that is what is going to happen. You are going to, you're gonna fail because that's what you believe in. So if you believe that you are good, you are definitely gonna pass. Do not allow your relationship to define your path, your future path, your career. Especially ladies. When ladies choosing their careers, they look at where their boyfriend is going, and then that's when they would want to follow their boyfriend. If you know who you are, you're gonna go to the university that you think is suitable for you as an individual, not where your boyfriend is going. Choosing a career as well, do not look at where your boyfriend is going to study. Look at what you are going to study, just you alone. So I actually, one morning when I was going through LinkedIn, we all know of LinkedIn, right? Yes. So I came across this post that says, rest in peace to the opportunities we missed because of shyness and low self-esteem. When I asked, you know, where are the ladies at? I was expecting the ladies to jump up and say, I'm here. I mean, I'm a lady, I don't bite, you know. So sometimes we say we are shy, or I'm an introvert, I don't like people. And that is very dangerous because remember, for example, when you have to present, when you are presenting, let's say you do a group work, and then you go, you are the one who puts maybe more effort, and then you give it to somebody that is more vocal, who was more vocal in the group, but not really contributing valuable input. And you who has contributed more, sit back and say, I'm shy. So that means somebody is going to present your work, and that does not end here when you are in high school. You need to put yourself out there from high school, in varsity as well. Presentation counts towards your year mark. So do not underestimate that and think that I'm shy, I won't be able to do it. You must do it. Also at work, you know, if you don't put yourself out there, people are gonna take your opportunities. You're gonna miss great opportunities because you are shy. Right now, you are applying for universities. Don't just apply blindly. You need to research, you need to be inquisitive. Looking at engineering, we usually look at engineering as mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, because that's the exposure that we get. But we don't look at, with mechanical engineering, what other engineering can I study with this exposure from high school? There's mechatronics, there's other different fields, and looking at the future as well, when the future is of the present, not even the present. Let's look at the future. We are moving towards artificial intelligence. When you are choosing your career, you must look at what artificial intelligence is about and which career can be aligned with artificial intelligence. So you need to create a community. Do not be a solo rider, because if you sit by yourself and not inquire, I mean, you guys are lucky. There's a plant in East London where you can go to the plant and look at the processes, engineering processes, what they do. So you must use that opportunity to build up research and information about the careers that you want to pursue, because there is high unemployment rate in South Africa, and the reason for high unemployment rate is because we are choosing careers that are not in demand. We're not looking at the fourth industrial revolution and base it with the careers that you are going to study. You must have a mentor. It is important that you have a mentor, because a mentor will guide you towards the right direction. Okay? Are you all listening? I see the gentleman in blue is talking. Am I boring? No, you who's looking that side? Yes. Yes. So you're talking. Am I boring you? What are you going to study? What are you going to study? Sorry?
wanted to pursue my mechanical engineering.
Okay, you say I did mechanical, and honestly, I wouldn't really advise you to go pursue mechanical engineering. You can do mechatronics, you can do industrial engineering, looking at the future. So that's why you must listen. Okay? And you know, when you like looking at studying, you need to, you know, stop setting goals that I'm writing exams on the 25th of May, I'll start studying on the 24th. That does not work. Stop setting goals. Create a system that, you know, if you look at a big company, for example, all companies have got a system. They are still running till today, 100 years later, because they use a system. So even when you are studying, you need to use a system. You need to create a system for yourself for studying. Don't wait for an exam to be a trigger for you to go study. You must have a bigger picture while you are studying. You must understand the purpose of studying. If you understand why you are studying, then you won't study to write an exam and pass. You will study to learn and get developed, for growth. So that is very important. You know, one thing I hate start dates. Say that I'm gonna start tomorrow. Start dates just delay the whole starting process. If you want to start with something, you must start immediately. That's what I do. I have a routine. A lot of people ask, how do I manage my time? I manage my time through a routine. I wake up at 5 a.m., I exercise, and then I go to work, and then after work, I still do other things that are good for my personal growth. So it is very important that, you know, when you want to start something, you start immediately and not make excuses that, oh, I can't start today because of 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know, we like to make excuses on why we can't start. Once you have a reason why you can't start, just call yourself a failure because you have failed. So be careful of what you consume on social media. So if you look at the type of videos that you watch on social media, not even social media, the videos that you're watching on the internet, yeah. You know the one I'm talking about. Those videos are the ones that are going to flood your timeline. So you must be careful of what you expose yourself to. So the algorithm is built from what you expose yourself to. And that is not good, especially for somebody that is in grade 12. Grade 12, you have to study, you have to pass. And studying in grade 12 is not studying for final exams. It has to start from the beginning of the year. That's why I mentioned that you need to create a system. So I like to say, there's a book I read called Atomic Habits. That book talks about how you can create a system. So usually when you've got bad habits that you want to get rid of, you can do habit stacking. So you start with stacking good habits on top of bad habits that you have. So once you get used to the good habits, you will easily eliminate bad habits. So that is quite important. So do not make studying a task. Once you start making it a task, it becomes boring, it feels like work. But if you understand the purpose and the reason why you have to study, it will be very easy for you to study. So what I did, I created a YouTube channel with information on different careers. You know, usually when you have studied mechanical engineering, for an example, you don't know what you are going to work as when you get into the industry. You don't know which type of industries are out there. So this channel would help you to expose you to that information. So I've interviewed a lot of people. Some of them have got doctorate in artificial intelligence and they started as engineers. So looking at those videos would help you choose your careers wisely. Because remember, right now, your choice of a career that you're going to study next year or a university qualification that you're going to study next year could be influenced by people around you. So do not allow your social status to influence your choice. Do a lot of research, watch different videos. I've interviewed people who currently work as a telematics engineer. Do you know what a telematics? Yes, I love questions, yeah. So a telematic engineer is somebody that is responsible for the softwares of the car, the software of the car. So I do have a huge, like a more detailed video on what it is about and the qualification that you have to study. So it is quite important that when you are going to study electrical engineering, for example, you know where you are going to work after you've studied, you've obtained your degree. So please do research. Research is very important. It is important that when you go to university, you have enough information. Yes. It's called Career and Corporate Hub. Career, and I'm gonna give the details. Career and corporate. Hub. Yeah. Yes? Do you have a question? Okay, so you know, the nice thing about the channel, it gives you more detailed information about people's journey. You can also find bursaries links. They tell you if they've used a bursary, you can also find those links to like the bursaries that they use. People who would like to have a GCC, a government certificate of competency, that is also for engineers. You can find that information because when you go to university, we get this excitement that, oh, I'm gonna, have a GCC after, because people with GCC earn a lot of money. But after that, when you get to an industry, you get placed into a different division that does not allow you to pursue, to have a GCC. So it's very important that you research those things, and also the demand. So looking at the demand, some of the guys that I've interviewed, I've asked them, how can one know which career has a future in South Africa, for an example? They do answer questions like that. So, before I proceed. Yes. Sorry?
Which engineering path did you pursue?
I did mechanical engineering. And currently, when I started my internship, I worked as an industrial engineer. So I was doing more processes. And then now I'm still more involved in the process, which is industrial engineering. So that's why I'm saying it's important that you research, because I was, when I got to the industry and I was exposed to industrial engineering, I had industrial engineering is about processes, like any process that you have to create, like for example, a process to build a car, a process to bake. That's like, it's a process. I'm just like giving you something simple. So when you have to write the work instructions on how it should be done, so that's what industrial engineering is about. So there is, I think I have interviewed somebody who studies industrial engineering as well. So you can get more information on what it is about. So it is important, There are some people who they did some mistakes along the way. So you can look at that as well and avoid to make those mistakes. That's why it is important to have a mentor who can guide you, in choosing the right career path, and also when you are studying, to also help you in guiding you until you become successful. Yeah, so in summary, I would like to see you guys choosing different, in engineering. So as I mentioned in the beginning that we go to a technical high school and then we just, when we go to university, things fall away. So please do pursue it. It is a great career path. I mean, engineering is a great career path. And you must also look at a lot of German companies or overseas companies, they have created an IT hub where they are looking for IT learners. So when you have an engineering, you can also work in IT. So that's why you have to research and be broader-minded when you are choosing your career path. Yeah. Are there any questions? So I'm going to leave my details and also for my YouTube channel so that if you want to contact me, so usually I get questions on what different careers are about, and then I get people to interview on YouTube so that you can understand more and have more information when you apply for university or before you basically apply, you know. Okay, thank you so much. Sorry?
What requirements do you have?
It is 65, 60, 65. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, I honestly repeated grade 11 and I thought I was not going to pass matric. A lot of people thought I was not going to pass matric from home as well. So I didn't allow failing grade 11 to defining my future. So I passed matric. Today I am an engineer. Thank you so much.